I'm quite sure you didn't know you need this video, but thank God you're here. It's for a reason, and let's get right into this video. My name is Tare. I love to make videos for small business owners like myself. So let's get right into the basic physical things you need to as if you're just starting out as a small business owner. These things are so basic, but over the years I have realized that these things are so constant. You would need them. They're not super expensive. Some might be a little bit pricey, but they're very basic. And if you're thinking of starting a business, you can start buying them in bits and pieces. Let's get right into this video. The very first thing on this list is having an extra mobile phone. It is very important, guys. I cannot overemphasize on how important this is, because you want to make sure that your business life is separated from your personal life. You might even start with a cheap phone, maybe just for business calls, and then as your business grows, you can buy an extra iPhone, or if you're an Android user, you can buy an extra Android phone. But having an extra phone you use for business, it is very, very, very important. Your laptop, guys. I know a lot of people say, oh, you can do this with your mobile phone, you can do that with your mobile phone, but there are a whole lot of things you'd want to use a PC for. Your spreadsheets, if you're learning basic editing, a whole lot. Even if you're taking courses online, there are a whole lot you can do with your laptop, guys. As a small business owner, if you have an e-commerce store, you want to manage it from your laptop. I know, yes, you can do a lot of these things on your mobile phone, but trust me, the interface with a PC is always beautiful when you're managing when you're managing your books for your business, you're doing basic bookkeeping, you're managing your accounting for your business. It's just very professional, and it just makes you look like you know what you're doing. And I know you know what you're doing, right? So let's get right to the next thing you need. Very basic. You might not even think you need this thing, but trust me, anywhere you go and you get your hands on this very basic thing, buy it. Having a stapler, guys, it is very, very, very important for a small business owner. Now you might be sending out package, you might be trying to hold something together. I use it a lot. I used to have a bigger one, but then I saw this one. It is very cute, it is very nice. I've been using the stapler for about close to 3 years. Yes, all I need to do is just buy a whole bunch of pins. Very easy to use. We all know a stapler. It is super efficient. As a small business owner, you need this. You really do, guys. The next on this list is having a tape measure. I know you're thinking, why would you need a tape measure? You're not a tailor, you're not this, you're not that. But sometimes if you're running a small business, if you're selling a dress, whatever you are doing, you'll be surprised that one day a customer will ask you, especially if your business is online, a customer will ask you, how long is this item? Or how big is this item? Or how small is this item? You don't want to go about guessing. You want to make sure you get the dimensions right. Or sometimes you're trying to curate a gift set, or you're just trying to pack it, or someone wants to travel and they're asking, oh, how long is that item? I want to know if it will fit into my box. You don't want to start running helter-skelter to look for a tape measure. So it's always advised to have this handy as a small business owner. The next on this list, guys, having a printer. I have my printer here. It is here. I have a big printer, and I also have this very small pocket-friendly printer. I wouldn't advise you to buy that, although a lot of people have been advertising it that it is good for a small business owner. But why I would not really advise you to buy it is because it does not really keep records, and I'm a huge fan of keeping records in your small business. But if you just want to on the go, you just want to print something for your customer, I do use it as well, but I also like to encourage people to keep records of what they sell and what they do. But if this is you right now, you can also get this very small printer. I'm going to leave a video so you see. But having a traditional printer, when I mean traditional printer, a printer you can use to print and scan. My printer is it's a HP printer. I think you can scan and then you can print as well. it is very important. When you start taking your orders, sometimes you want to print out something to mail out of, if you're doing an interstate delivery, you just want to do some printouts. When I used to have a store on Jumia as well, you do a lot of printing, and instead of you going back and forth to the cafe to print these things, having your printer is super important as a small business owner. Now, I could remember in 2021, this company was they were having some auctions of office tables, chairs, and a whole lot of that. And then my elder sister told me, she said, buy these tables, you might need them. I said, oh, let me just buy one. She said, no, buy 3 if you can. It was very cheap, guys. I think as a then it was going for maybe 250 cedis or less. Right now, if you go, that's one of the, so this is one of the desks over here. As a small business owner, you need a desk. You might start small, you might get a carpenter to do something small for you, or you can just go to the mall to get like a very reasonable amount, right? Not too pricey at first, but if you can afford it, I would advise you to go for something very comfortable, something that will last you for a long time. So the tables I bought, I'm still using them, guys. Super durable, I have one in my room here. I use because I have an office in my room, and then I also have my office space where I do my small business activities. So having a table, an office table, will really help you as a small business owner. You'll be packing your items there. You'll be doing a whole lot of brainstorming. It just makes you feel like, yes, you're a business owner and you take yourself seriously. Another thing you should also consider is your packaging. Having basic packaging, from poly mailers to even paper wrapping sheets or boxes. It is very important, because trust me, you need to get your packaging right, or just get your packaging to be neat and clean at first, right? And then you grow with it. You grow with your business and you grow with the flow. So your packaging is something that, as a small business owner, if you start seeing, let's say you go somewhere and you see a poly mailer for cheap, or you think it's a fair price, buy it. You'll be needing them in the future. Or any kind of packaging you see, sometimes you might not even be ready for it. You're just driving by and you see where they're selling some of these things that you think, or that I'm mentioning in this video. Buy them if you're about to start your small business. It is going to come in handy. Poly mailers, paper bags, all of these things, it is going to come in handy. Another thing I would advise you to get is gift wrapping bags. Most businesses, no matter what you do, a customer can decide to buy an item from you and then turn it into a gift. A house can be packed as a gift. When I mean packed, it can be gifted out to someone, a car, clothes, shoes, phone. So you having gift wrapping sheets at hand will always help you when you need it. When I go to China Mall, if you're in Ghana here, you should be familiar with China Mall. When I go to China Mall or Melcom or even ShopRite and I see wrapping sheets, I always do buy. It always come handy. What's wrong with my voice? It always come in handy for me as a small business owner. Having stationeries as a small business owner, from your pens to your notebooks to eraser, pencil, all of these things, take it seriously as well. It will always come in handy. You're thinking, or like the thoughts might just flash in your mind and you just want to write something down. Sticky notes, all of these things. Stationaries also, if you're starting out as a small business owner, you really do need some sort of stationaries, right? You'll be writing a lot. You'll be doing a lot of brainstorming because you want to better your business. So having what I do, like, you can never come to my house and not see pens. It's not possible. And when I mean pens, I mean a lot. Right now in my house, I'm sure if I ransack everywhere, I might get up to 100. I'm not joking. like I might get up to 100. So I don't joke with it. Whenever I go to the mall, I try to say, don't buy this fancy pen yet, or don't buy this thing yet you still have in the house, but I still end up buying. So it is something that you always need, because you end up writing a lot, writing out your thoughts, even instructions. Or for me, I like to sometimes write handwritten notes for my customers to just appreciate them. It might be a time in the season I'm adding like extra gifts for them, or I just want to just brighten up their day. I always love to write like handwritten notes with colorful pens or markers, stuffs like that. You need them as a small business owner. If you are starting out your small business, you need a mini shelf. I'll show you guys what my shelves look like right now. I started out with a very small shelf, and then I grew from that to like a very mini shelf, and from the mini shelf I created this very big shelf I use now to store my items, because I work from home. Very convenient. I don't want to have a shop. It is not something I want to own. So it's not like, oh, I'm buying these things so I can transfer them to a shop. I have a vision for my businesses here, and having a shop is not one of it. So let's not even go into that. But having a mini shelf will also help you store your items. Why I said mini, if you can afford to have a big shelf, perfecto. But it is always better than storing your items on the floor, items you want to send out to customers. It is better if you have a shelf, and when you see these items, it just gives you joy. Sometimes it gives me joy a lot. So yeah, so I started out with a small shelf, and then I grew to a mini shelf, and now I have, I think, 2 big shelves. I'm going to try to see if I can insert clips. Basically, so you really do need a shelf. It just helps you organize your items. It helps you see what you're sending out. It just helps you curate these items when you're sending them out for delivery. I'm mentioning all these things and it's just funny. Another thing I invested in are my extension boxes. I don't know if those things are called extension boxes, but I invested in those extension boxes because sometimes you're going for fairs. I've attended a lot of fairs. I make sure to carry my extension boxes, or even in your small office area, right? You might buy new equipment, you might want to plug in your printer somewhere else. So having like a long extension is one thing you should invest in. And also invest in lights, guys. You can start with a ring light, but I will advise you to get a soft box. I have it here right now. It's looking at me, and I also use it to take my my pictures for my product. It will help you a lot. For someone like me, I'm very busy during the day. I would have said, okay, use sunlight. You might even be in a household where maybe taking pictures outside is not so comfortable for you, right? Get a light, right? Get a light. So this one is an extension, this one is a soft box, and this is a ring light here, but I also use them for my product photo shoot. Like I was saying earlier, I'm a very busy person, and during the day, I think it's about 9 p.m. right now, and I'm here making this video. Once I'm done, I'll still go to my work area to take pictures and videos of my products I'll be posting during this week. So it is very important to also have some sort of light, artificial light, that you can use to take product shots. And sometimes once the right light hits the product, the customers will be able to see it well when you post on social media. Okay, so for this one, I don't know if you'd need it, but I do need it. Having a staple gun is also vital to me, because sometimes I want to pack huge boxes for my customers, and I just want to make sure they're securely packed, and maybe the small stapler might not really work. I like to use the staple gun as well. So I think that's all. If you think there are more essentials as a small business owners that we need, please leave it down in the comment section, and I'll be there to respond to your comment. Thank you for watching. My name is Tare, and do not forget to like, subscribe, share with friends, and I'll see you in my very next video. Bye guys.